Hi, Rosemary. I thought that it would just be easier to explain how I did my quilts with the buttons and the hanky one. Thought I'd just do them both real quick. This one is made with Tim Holtz fabric in the spools and in the sewing machines. And because it's Eclectic Elements is the name of his line, and it is so eclectic that I could just use all different buttons. So every button is different. Came from, like, that's a wooden one, that's, what do they call that, shell or something. Just a clear one. So they're all just really different. Used some metal ones, some kind of antique-y looking ones. And then I use buttons on all the sewing machine blocks. Those are paper paste. So that's that one. But for the hanky one, which is what you actually asked about, again, it's just easier to explain it than to try to type it out. I made, 21, I made one extra by mistake, of these blocks. It's just a blue block, snowballed with this printed fabric, and then I took a hanky and I cut it in half, used half of it for the ruffle, the other half I cut in half again, so that I would have from each hanky then basically 2 squares like this. I just ironed over the top 2 raw edges and just sewed with a sewing machine around the edge. Just kind of a small stitch as near to the edge as I could. And that's all I did. That's all the same block all the way throughout. And I didn't use, I'm losing the word that I want. The iron-on glue. I'm losing the word. But anyway, I didn't use any of that on the back of, or any kind of glue, on the back of the hankies because I didn't want it to seep up through, because some of them are really thin. So I didn't want to deal with that. And so it worked out just fine though. I just did like 2 pins, and I was just careful when I was sewing them to make sure I didn't have any wrinkles or anything. But I didn't bother, gluing, and I didn't pin excessively. I used like 2. And then when I snowballed all these blocks, I ended up with 80 bonus triangles, and I used some of them for the corners. And then I just used the hankies all around the edge. That's all there was to it. Really easy, and it went way faster than I expected. I used a sheet for the back, and that was it. And the buttons I used on this one were just all different white buttons. I didn't use like totally flat plain ones. I wanted to use ones that had some sort of, design molded into them. So that's what I did. Thanks for watching.